when you look at it, it's not even voting for my father. Look at the team that's now surrounding him.
Tap into the award-winning and nationally recognized 1017 The Truth by downloading the Truth app and streaming us live at 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Milwaukee Black Talk.
I'm Angela Bassett. As a first responder on screen, I know what it means to act fast in an emergency. In real life, the same urgency can save lives, especially when it comes to a food allergy. For 33 million Americans, one bite can turn an ordinary meal into a life-threatening reaction. And too often, they don't have the one thing that could save them, epinephrine. But emergencies don't wait. And when a severe reaction happens, being prepared makes all the difference. Now, there's a needle-free option, a new way to carry epinephrine that makes it easier than ever to be ready. No needles, no hesitation, because when the unexpected happens, the best thing you can do is be ready. Know the risk, know the options. Be ready to act. Learn more at foodallergy.org/ready to act.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
It's time! It's time! It's beta time!
You are watching a master at work.
Truth Nation, get ready for the greatest 60 minutes in radio, giving you his authentic and bold opinions, bringing you all the information, entertainment, and conversations you gotta hear. From local issues to trending topics and headline news, it is time for Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is your award-winning host, Kyle Wallace.
Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I am your host of Truth to Power, Kyle Wallace, and I'm coming to you live from the American Family Insurance home studio at La Casa, Mi Casa, and Su Casa today. Truth Nation. I like that little roll. Truth Nation here on Truth to Power. Haters are always going to hate. That's okay. But again, Truth Nation, 833-212-1017. That is the Truth Talk to text line. If you want to chime in on today's conversation, please feel free to always call in or text in on the Truth line, or always watch and stream us live on YouTube by going to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. That's 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe, as well as we are on our road to 5,000 subscribers. But first, we got to get to 4,000 subscribers. But with that all being said, Truth Nation, this month I talked about it yesterday. Oh, wait, shout out to Rhea Riley holding it down on the ones and the twos.
Hello.
She's probably running around because I'm remote. No, there she is. Fantastic. And so, again, this month, yesterday I had a chance to really talk about Male Mental Health Awareness Month. That's what June is. And as being a black male, and mental health is something that I haven't struggled with, but it's something that I understand many people do struggle with. And I think it's important for us to highlight that it's okay to have conversations about mental health. And with this being the last full week of June, I wanted to have some conversations discussing black male mental health. And so as we continue this discussion, I'm looking forward today to an upcoming event coming on Saturday, May 28th. Now, the National Association of Black Journalists is hosting a Black Men's Health panel at the America's Black Holocaust Museum right here in Milwaukee on North Avenue this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And here to discuss this even more is the NABJ Milwaukee Chapter President, Tannette Elie. Tannette, how are you doing today? And thank you so much for joining us on Truth to Power.
Hey, good morning, Kyle. I am doing wonderful and absolutely excited about this event.
I know you are. I know you are. And so just straight off the top for people that are listening, what is this Black Men's Health Panel? What is this all about on Saturday?
Okay, so this panel really is part of NABJ Milwaukee's ongoing commitment to, telling untold stories, highlighting key issues. And as you mentioned, June is hello?
Yep, I got you back.
Okay.
Yep, I got you.
And as you mentioned, yes, I can hear you. As you mentioned, June is Black Men's Health/Mental Health Month, and this is a time dedicated to raising awareness about the unique health challenges Black men face. So we're using this opportunity to spotlight wellness and care because these conversations often happen too late or they don't happen early enough or at all. So we are proud to partner with America's Black Holocaust vital conversation and community gathering. And we really want to especially thank Brad Pruitt, the museum CEO, who has generously provided staffing and resources to help this event happen.
Oh, that is wonderful. I think it's vital for us to have these type of conversations. Now, before we continue talking on with the conversation, and in your personal opinion, do you think Black men are open enough about their mental health and well-being?
Well, based on my personal experience, I'm in a family of Black men. My husband is a Black man, and I have two sons who are young Black men. And I would say I feel like they need to open up more about their personal challenges around health. And I come from a long line of men, Black men, traditionally who were told they had to be strong. I mean, my dad never took off from work. He would fight through a cold. The focus was always on survival, and no one ever talked about mental health, particularly when it comes to Black men. So I feel like personally, yes, many of our Black men can be more open, although I feel like the stigma is being somewhat lifted around, discussing health and mental health because of the cultural shift in attitudes.
Yeah, I think that's excellent. I know that, you having that experience where you have a husband, you have two Black sons, and, you have a father, and being able to have that personal experience from a Black woman's perspective that's around Black men all the time, to share that even those who you love in your life, you can even see that there's something probably holding us back from being able to be vulnerable. And so I think it's so important for individuals like you and all these great women in these men's life to be that encouraging piece. And so that's why I want you to share that, because people notice it and we feel it as well. Now, getting back to the event, why do you believe that it was so important for NABJ to host an event during during Men's Mental Health Awareness Month?
Well, I think it's important because, one, as I said, it's part of our core mission. Our core mission, among other things, we are committed to helping to tell stories, untold stories. We also are committed to using our resources, our training, our experiences, also to educate our community, to train people in different areas. And as journalists, I feel we have the responsibility to shine a light on issues that matter. And when you think about health disparities, that's a major concern for our community, and particularly for Black men. And NAB chapters like ours, we not only provide quality programming for Black journalists and communication professionals in the Milwaukee area and throughout our region, but we also serve as advocates and connectors to vital information for the Black community. This is part of our mission, and this is who we are.
No, I absolutely love that. And we are speaking with Tannette Elie, who is the president of the National Association of Black Journalists chapter here in Milwaukee. And we're talking about the fact that NABJ is hosting a Black Mental Health Awareness Month event here in Milwaukee on Saturday, June 28th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the America's Black Holocaust Museum on North Avenue. We're having an important conversation. And so for this panel that we're having, who should people expect to see on this panel?
So this panel, we have brought together speakers from, various arenas. This panel will include a medical doctor. We have a mental health expert and professional. We have, community advocates on this panel. We have your own Dr. Ken Harris from The Truth, representing media.
Yes.
And also he's a former, Milwaukee police officer. He's also part of 100 Black Men. And we also have, people from the education arena, which includes Dr. Ken as well. But we have brought together those who understand the barriers that Black men face in seeking and accessing care and how they can overcome these barriers.
Yes, so important to have this conversation. Now, will this be an interactive thing where it's a panel where you get to hear the discussion, and will individuals who attend, will they be able to interact with those who are on the panel as well?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I have to mention our amazing host, moderator, Frankie Jupiter, morning anchor for CBS 58. And also vice president of broadcast for NABJ Milwaukee. He will be leading the panel, and he will direct questioning. So the way he's planning it, we will have questioning. People will be able to ask questions of our panelists throughout the conversation.
Okay, I love
And so
that.
we know we're in capable hands.
And lastly, what?
Yeah.
No, most definitely are. Most definitely are. And lastly, what I do want to know is, what do you want the community's takeaway to be? What do you want them to get out of this great event that you're hosting this Saturday?
So, we want to provide this safe space for Black men to feel empowered to have these conversations. We want to learn, we want to share, learn, and grow from this conversation. And we're also inviting Black men, particularly of all ages, to join us for this important conversation. We hope they will bring their questions and their experiences, share their stories. We want our health allies to come, community partners who all want to be part of the solution. But this panel's bigger mission is to inspire, inform, and we are investing in the health and future of Black men in Milwaukee. We want to shift the narrative from one of, talking about health, focusing on mental health is a stigma. We want to go from silence, from struggle, and we want to show the community, and particularly our Black men, that this conversation is about finding strength, allies, and support to be the best that they can possibly be.
No, I love that, Tannette. Strength, ally, and support. That is something 100% that we all need in our lives. And one last time, can you share information in the event and how people can find more information and how people can attend this Saturday's event?
Yes. Okay, so this event will take place from 11 to 1 p.m. at America's Black Holocaust Museum, 401 West North Avenue. And again, we are doing this in recognition of Black Men's Health Month. People can find out more information on our social media channel. Go to NABJ Milwaukee on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. We're just hoping that people will spread the word. If you're connected to any of us, our board members, you will find the information on the event on our social media pages, on our personal pages as well. So, yes, if you want to be a part of this important conversation, come out. All are welcome, and particularly Black men. We want to hear your voice, we want to elevate your voice, and we want to tell your story and empower you to be the best, again, that you can be.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today, Tannette Elie, the NABJ Milwaukee chapter president. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you sharing this, and I hope the community can come out and support a phenomenal event in the panel that you're having. So thanks for joining us here today, Tannette.
Thank you so much, Kyle. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Again, that was Tannette Elie, who is the National Association of Black Journalists Milwaukee chapter president, who is promoting an event coming up talking about Black males, mental health, and a panel. Dr. Ken, our very own, will be on that panel as well. On the other side, when we come back, Truth Nation, I want to share a story because something happened in my life on Thursday that just reminded me that life is not guaranteed. And I want to be vulnerable and open up a little bit as I discuss some things that I went through right here on Truth to Power on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. So keep it locked. I think I have a great story to tell.
More of Truth to Power is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Good Karma Brands would like to send out a big congratulations to Tori Lowe. Tori recently received a proclamation from both the city of Milwaukee and Milwaukee County. So going forward, July 5th will now be recognized as Tori Lowe Day. Tori's activism, advocacy, and hard work makes Tori more than deserving of this recognition. Tori's family at 1017 The Truth celebrate Tori for always being about that action. And we know this is just the beginning, and there is so much more to come as a result of Tori's efforts and leadership. Congratulations again, Tori.
Truth Nation, you already know I got to put you on the latest hookups at Nick Avani's. Summer is here, and Nick Avani's is bringing all the heat all month long with 50% off select items during June. Whether you're leveling up your wardrobe or just want to turn heads wherever you go, they've got you covered with top-tier fashion. Suits, shirts, ties, shoes, and more. It's all about that fresh look and confident vibe, and Nick Avani's is making sure you step out feeling like $1,000,000. Pull up to Nick Avani's on the second floor of Mayfair Mall or visit them online at nickavanis.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When it's time to upgrade your windows and doors, wouldn't you like to work with the best? But maybe you're thinking in these volatile times, I don't want to spend a fortune. Well, Pella, the best in the industry, has a product line for every budget, and right now you can get no interest and no payments for up to 2 years. And if the plan is to wait, guess what? You can get it now and wait to start making payments up to 2 years. Pella truly believes that quality windows and doors don't have to be expensive. With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the U.S., you can get the look you want at a price you can afford. And with Pella's free in-home consultation, no obligation quote, and range of available financing, getting new windows and doors from Pella is easier than you think. Certain restrictions apply. Ends June 30th of 2025. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
This is Truth to Power on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
It's officially Summerfest season, and to celebrate, the Truth is giving away Summerfest tickets all week long. Now is your chance to win an 18-pack of tickets so you and your friends and family can attend Summerfest, courtesy of the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Call 833-212-1017 and be caller number 8. That's 833-212-1017 and be caller number 8 right now to win the ultimate Summerfest ticket giveaway. That is 833-212-1017. Caller number 8 will win an 18-pack of tickets to see the great concerts and have great fun at Summerfest, which comes back tomorrow. This is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I am Kyle Wallace. I'm coming to you live from the American Family Insurance home studio here in my house. And on the other side, I want to thank so much Tannette Elie from the National Association of Black Journalists chapter of Milwaukee for having a conversation talking about the panel that is happening. And again, I feel like this is such an important conversation to have because too often I don't feel like black men have an opportunity to truly be vulnerable or express themselves, right? As a black man growing up, I was always told that, hey, you got to tighten up, right? That mentality, you've got to toughen through. Something Tannette said that was so powerful, she talked about how her father never took days off from work. And I think about growing up, how both my parents, mom and dad, rarely took days off for work. Matter of fact, when I would go to school as a kid, if I was feeling sick in the morning, they said, boy, go ahead and try it. And I get to school and I might as well just be here all day. Is that go, 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 go mentality and not taking time for your own mental health and well-being. Now, I teased on the other side, Truth Nation. You can watch and stream us live on YouTube at 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Always like and subscribe. And also, if you want to call in on this conversation, 833-212-1017 to call in. But last Thursday was Juneteenth. It was a great day. The parade was phenomenal. It was my first time being part of the parade. I'm usually behind the scenes helping to set up our broadcast, making sure our street team is doing what we need to do in order to put our best foot forward for the community on a huge day in the city of Milwaukee. So I had my chance to be part of the parade. It was fantastic. It was an early morning, but it was cool, right? Then after that, got to do the broadcast, got to be part of the festival. It was great, but it was hot, it was draining, it was exhausting. And when I got in my car to go home, I had to run an errand. And I had to drive a little further. Traffic was bad. It was just a mess, and I was exhausted. I was, I was drinking water, but I still felt dehydrated, and I was gassed. And just like that, I got a reminder that life is not always guaranteed. And so I went from this super high in my life of getting to enjoy this parade, getting to, wave at the kids, wave at the community, right? Getting to interact with folks who listen to the truth and support the truth, which I am so blessed and fortunate to be able to have so many people who listen to our station and support our station in the city of Milwaukee. But what I realized is life is too short. And it's something that is very cliche, but I had something that happened to me. Now, before I get into that, I want to talk about telling people you love them. See, I used to be anti saying I love you to men. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My friends, coming up, I thought it was soft, weak, quote unquote, I hope I don't get canceled. When I was a kid, I used to say, oh man, that's gay. I ain't telling you I love you. That's the stuff we used to say. So when it came to saying I love you to those who were close in my life, my friends, I said it to my family, but to my friends, I wasn't saying that no dude. I said I ain't doing that. But see, as I got older, Truth Nation, I got a little bit more of my feelings, and I got a little bit more, I would say, educated, but I understood the importance of saying I love you. See, I saw something on social media recently. Actually, my girl sent it to me. She's a big advocate for expressing yourself. And she sent me this thing where there was this famous guy who was calling his friends late at night and telling them, good night, I love you. And she said, Kyle, you should do that to your friends. I said, man, I ain't doing that. They'd be like, what in the hell? Why would you do that? And I see what he was trying to do, because he was trying to let everybody know that it's okay to tell somebody you care about that you love them. And so though I haven't called my friends and told them I love them at bedtime, because I guess I just feel like, bro, that's awkward, right? I see the point. I see the power in it. I see the message, right? I get it. I get what the message is. It's a powerful one, right? It's always a reminder, because sometimes a black man may not always hear, or a man in general, may not always hear I love you. right? They may not always get that love because we're supposed to be the strong person. We're supposed to be the leader of the family. We're supposed to be the provider. We're supposed to be stoic. We're supposed to, protect everybody. Like, that's what we're supposed to be. So that I love you doesn't always come to us. It's always us giving out our love to others. And so I understood the message behind that. But now, rewinding back to my Thursday, Truth Nation, Juneteenth, I'm coming down off this high. And I'm driving home after this long, hot day at Juneteenth. Wonderful day at Juneteenth. And I get to a stoplight. Now, I shouldn't be texting and driving, but, it was a long stoplight where I was at. I mean, I was like 20 cars deep. It was one of them stoplights where you got to make a left turn, and you're in the lane, and you don't even, when the lane go left, you're still there after it goes back from green to red. And I was on my phone, I was scrolling, and I just remember on Facebook, it said, bleep cancer. One day you're with your friend hanging out, the other day they're gone, and in that message was tagged was a friend of mine, and it's somebody, associate, a friend. I call him a friend. We don't always talk too often, but somebody I cared about. Now, I'll be honest about that. Something is that this individual, I didn't agree with some of his political views back in 2016 and, a little bit of 2020. And I really I didn't disassociate myself with them. I was still cool with them, but I was a little bit salty about, like, bro, how you believe in this stuff? He was a white guy. And so, again, we weren't the best of friends, but we went to college together. When I coached high school football here in Milwaukee at Hope Christian High School, he was one of the people I called up to say, hey, I want you to coach with me and my staff. And he was like, I got you, right? So that's where our relationship once was. And I still care about him dearly. So when I saw that he was tagged in a message that said, F cancer, and, basically alluding to him being gone, I was shook. I was absolutely shook. In that moment, I was in the car and I was distraught. I said, what in the world? What? This can't be real. Like, I didn't hear anything. And I'm thinking to myself, he was just watching my social media stories. I said, what? I said, how did this happen? What happened? I didn't know he was dying. And so then I'm on Facebook and I see somebody post RIP and all this, and I'm just completely distraught. And the first thing I always do is I call my girl and I tell her, and she said, Kyle, don't concern yourself right now. Focus on driving. Focus on driving, okay? I care about you and I love you. She said, everything will be okay. We'll talk about it. And then after that, I called my brother. Because my brother is my ace boon coon. He's the person that I can talk to. And when we talk about Black Male Mental Health Awareness Month, having that outlet, my brother, I love him to death. That man is my outlet. Because we went through life together. The ups and the downs together. That's my big brother. When I say I love that man, listen, everybody knew I was a little D-Wall. When he went, I went. It was that type of relationship, and he embraced that. He loved having a little brother. And so in that moment, I had my girl and I had my brother that I talked to, and my brother's like, well, I don't know, man. I'll look into it. That just don't sound right. But he was just as shocked as I was. Now, luckily, when I kept checking Facebook, what I found out was that he was still alive. And that he just got tagged, and I gave him a phone call instantly. And Truth Nation, when I say I gave him a phone call instantly, it was the instant reminder to check in on your people that you care about. Check in on the people that you love, regardless of political views or differences that you have. If deep down in your heart, if you were to lose somebody, because y'all know on Facebook, when you see it on Facebook, far often it's true. I thought my friend was gone. I was distraught. So to have the ability to call him and talk to him, it meant everything to me. And the thing about it was talking about mental health, and I told y'all this is a white guy, but mental health for men. He told me on the phone he had been crying for days because he knew this was happening because his friend was passing away, not him. And he said he was so happy to hear my voice and that somebody that called him and reached out to him, it meant the world to him. It meant everything to him to hear from somebody that he cared about and to reconnect with somebody. And so the reason why I want to tell this story, Truth Nation, is because for me, the moral story is this. Check in on your friends, check in on your family, and check in on those you care about. And I understand it's cliche, but don't hold it in. Tell people how you feel. We as men are human beings. We have feelings. That's okay. We're not robots. We have real emotions. Now, I'm not, maybe I ain't fully through it now. I ain't telling everybody to go cry every dang day. I ain't saying that. But what I'm saying is this. Express how you feel, whether you're happy, whether you're sad. Express the good, express the bad, express the disappointment. Don't hold it in. Understand how to express your feelings in a healthy way. See, again, I stress that I got an opportunity on Thursday that many people don't get. And trust me, I know that. Because I said it, I alluded to it yesterday. I lost my cousin a couple weeks ago. And I wish I still had the opportunity to chop it up with my big cuz. And I remember the last time we really got to interact and talk, he was telling my girl how, his name was Demetrios. His name's Demetrius, but it's spelled Demetrios. He said, oh, man, I just found out my name is spelled Demetrios, so I just tell people my name is Demetrios. So he told him my name is Demetrios. I said, brother, man, what you mean? Man, your name ain't no damn Demetrios. And so it was just funny and fun and having that interaction, right? And now at this point in my life, I'll never get the opportunity to laugh again and have him make me smile. And so I feel like I told him I loved him, but I don't know if I told him I loved him enough. I don't know if I reached out to him enough. And so what I want y'all to understand is I know it's so cliche when they say tell people you love them, but people die every single day and loved ones die every single day. You don't want to have that regret that you didn't express your love and appreciation for somebody, whether it's friends, family, coworker, or associate. Because unfortunately, death is part of the journey of life. We're all going to face it. That's the only thing that is promised. So while we're here, let's make the most of it and let's love one another. But that reality that I had last Thursday was shocking to me because I don't think y'all understand the roller coaster of emotions that I went through. The guilt that I went through thinking to myself, damn, I was kind of upset with dude. I mean, I was still cool with him on talk, but I held that in. And I said, none of that matters. It doesn't. What matters is being able to have somebody you care about. So again, Truth Nation, I just wanted to tell this story because, again, I feel far too often many of us don't have the opportunity to reach out to somebody after we're told that they're no longer here. And I'm so thankful that that was not the truth for my friend. But unfortunately, on another side of my life, it is the truth for my cousin. I won't have my big cousin. I won't be here tomorrow because I'll be at his funeral. And so I just want to tell people it's okay to express yourself. And black men, we ain't got to hold it in. And let's tell people we love them. And one thing I've noticed since I started saying I love you, because I told him on the phone that I loved him, and he said, I love you back. And I think we need to hear that more. I tell my friends I love them now. And sometimes, admittedly so, it feels a little awkward, feels a little weird still. I promise you I'm not homophobic. I just, it's just, sometimes it feels weird, but the power that it has is right. Giving my friend, my black friend, a big hug and telling him I love him means everything to me. So again, I just want everybody to know that tell those in your life that you care about that you love them and that you care about them, and don't be ashamed of it. 833-212-1017 Truth Nation. I appreciate y'all giving me this moment and giving me this time to express some things that I went through, because it was an eye-opener for me, and it was that moment where you got to take a pause and you have to put everything in perspective and things that really matter in life. I'm an individual. I love working. I love being busy. I love being active. I love planning stuff. I love my mind constantly going. I hate idle time. I do. But I'm realizing in life, as things change, is that you have to take a moment for yourself. You take a moment for yourself. Your health and well-being means anything. And I can't wait till all the funeral planning is done. My mama is a saint. I love her. She's helping with everything. And I cannot wait for my mom to be able to be done with planning this stuff for her nephew. And I can take her out, get her something to eat, and give her a moment of peace. Because it's hard to go through, y'all. Very hard. But 833-212-1017 Truth Nation, I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all giving me this space. If you have any thoughts, if you have any comments, you can always call in, text in at 212-1017, or I see y'all on YouTube. I appreciate all the love on YouTube. Thank y'all so much. 1017 The Truth on YouTube. You can watch and stream us live. But on the other side, unless y'all got a conversation y'all want to join in on about men's mental health, we got to get back to talking about some things that are happening inside our community. I got to keep y'all updated to some news that's going on in the city of Milwaukee and also what's coming down the pipe for this country. Keep it locked. You're listening to Truth to Power right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
What if you could ask a question that leads to cleaner water, discover aspects of the far reaches of space, or journey deep into data to improve healthcare? Researchers at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee ask questions, find answers, and add to our understanding every day. Progress starts with the question. It starts at UWM, the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer.
Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning, the cap is loose on that ketchup.
Ugh. Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Dear employer,
my name is Phil Martin.
My name is Michael Raskovich.
Ronaldo Bird.
Zach Deiser. I am writing to express my excitement at the opportunity to join your team.
As someone on the spectrum, I possess a unique set of skills
that sets me apart from other candidates.
My detail-oriented nature allows me to communicate complex ideas,
to break down data, to have no fear in meeting new people.
I may communicate in ways that are different from what you are used to.
Structure, routine,
and clear expectation.
Help me do my best work.
My autism allows me to have a perspective that needs to be seen and heard.
It allows me to make the world safer and improve systems in ways others can't.
It allows me to bring people's inner worlds to life with my artwork.
My autism
will bring your team important insights.
Thank you for your consideration.
An autistic inclusive workplace is good for business. It's time to make a change. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/win.
Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Brewers and Pirates are tied at 1 game apiece heading into Wednesday's rubber match at American Family Field. Milwaukee dropped Game 1 on Monday 5-4. A big night from Pittsburgh's Nick Gonzalez and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, who had a clutch triple. But the Brewers bounced back on Tuesday.
A sinker at the very top of the strike zone. Abner Uribe strikes out the side in a perfect 9th inning, and the Brewers have evened this series at a game apiece with a 9-3 final.
Joey Ortiz stole the show with his first career multi-homer game, finishing with 4 RBIs. The Brewers now sit at 44-36. The series finale begins at 1:10 p.m. The NBA draft begins Wednesday, running through Thursday. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
It is Truth to Power on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
coming up on Saturday, July 12th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. from Victory Over Violence Park, right down MLK Drive to the 3rd Street Market Hall. If you sign up by going to truthwalkagainstviolence.com, or you can go to 1017thetruth.com to sign up there as well. At the end of the walk, we'll have some food provided. We'll have family speaking as well as we bring awareness to the senseless violence happening in the community. Shout out to Tory Lowe, who will be leading this, but also shout out to Tory Lowe for speaking to the mayor of Milwaukee earlier this week. He'll be speaking with David Crowley coming up very soon. He spoke with the chief of police, Jeffrey Norman, as well. He spoke with Kit Laverne, who is the district attorney here in Milwaukee, all bringing people together to talk about how we can find a way to stop or slow down some of the senseless violence happening in the community. And also shout out to our presenting sponsor, our supporter, 1MKE, for supporting the Walk Against Violence. So again, sign up for the Walk Against Violence by going to truthwalkagainstviolence.com. Sign up and join us on Saturday, July 12th from 9 a.m. to noon for our Walk Against Violence. It is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I'm Kyle Wallace, your host of Truth to Power. And Truth Nation, listen, I want y'all to start following the tea leaves, right? We need to start following some tea leaves as things are going on. And when I think about things not going right, I'm thinking about the economy, because I don't believe the economy in America right now is in a very good spot. Now, I don't want you just to look at the stock market, because the stock market will trick you into thinking America is thriving. Trust me, I know. It will make you think that. But unfortunately, that's not the reality of the situation. Only 62% of Americans own stock, and that is heavily leaned towards the upper income earners and college graduates. 84% of upper income earners and college graduates own 84% of them own stocks. Meanwhile, when we look at the 28% of the lower income folks, they own stocks. There's a huge gap in who owns the stocks. There's a huge gap in the haves and the have-nots. So when we see stocks shooting up, understand that the stock market doesn't reflect the health of Americans, middle class, lower class Americans. Because despite the fact that during the Biden administration after COVID, inflation was going through the roof, the stock market was also going through the roof. So you have rising cost for people going up, and so was the stock market. And everybody wasn't benefiting from that stock market, but everybody was paying the price for the cost of goods going up. And so that's why when we see the economy, you see the stock market up, I want people to understand that that isn't a true reflection of the economy. Right now in America, we're facing job loss and we're facing food deserts. I'll start off with the job loss, because there's a couple things that are impacting Wisconsin all within the span of 5 days. And I want you to understand that a lot of that is correlated and a lot of that is a sign of the times to come. Right now in America, we are having a problem. See, the federal reduction that's happening across this country is impacting Wisconsin. Wisconsin Public Radio had to cut 15 positions last week, and we knew things like this were coming after DOJ slashed and cut funding and resources to many public entities and many public departments. We understood that was coming. Now, when you compound that with listenership dropping in 2020 for Wisconsin Public Radio, and they have not seen that recovered. So again, this isn't just a WNPR issue where they have listenership that's dropping. This is just an overall terrestrial radio where listenership is dropping. That's why you see so many podcasts. That's why you see so many people doing YouTube streams, because there's many different outlets for people to consume audio. We always say we're not just a radio station. We are an audio platform where you can consume us on the 1017 The Truth app. Make sure you download that today in the Apple Store or the Android Store. You can watch us on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube, or you can listen to us on the radio. You have many different options to consume 1017 The Truth. Heck, we're streaming on Google Podcasts, Apple Music, Spotify. Like, you can find us in different places. But unfortunately, the sad reality is that we're at a turning point when it comes to this country and when it comes to the cuts that are coming. Cuts are being made and jobs are being lost. This is a true sign of what has been happening and what will continue to happen. The problem is that here in America, we have a hiring slowdown, Truth Nation, and a lot of that is self-inflicted due to the uncertainty in the economy and tariffs. Job loss claims are high, but they're steady. So they're not going too high up, but they're high, and it's a steady high. And we're only adding 124,000 jobs per month, which is 42,000 less jobs than what we're adding on average a year ago. That is not a good sign for the pandemic. For our country. Now, what makes that even worse is that this is significantly less than where we were post-pandemic, where we saw an average of 400,000 jobs being added per month after the pandemic for a span of 2021 to 2023. 400,000 jobs being added per month, and now we are all the way down to 124,000 new jobs being added. That is a bad sign, Truth Nation. Job hiring is slowing down. Jobless claims are high. And then the other bad sign is only 59% of our total population is employed, which is an all-time low since the pandemic. All these numbers, and I know it's a lot of information, a lot of numbers, but all these numbers are telling you right now Americans are discouraged with where the economy is. Americans are discouraged in the direction of our country. Just yesterday, you saw in New York City a man run for mayor as a Democratic socialist. And that scary word socialist scares a lot of people. He won in a landslide over Andrew Cuomo, who was the former governor of the state of New York. Americans are looking and searching for something because right now, the way the economy is not getting better. The fact that 59% of people in this country are employed is not a good thing, y'all. So basically, 6 out of every 10 people are employed, but more importantly, 40% of people are unemployed, and a lot of that is not by choice. And so what I'm telling y'all is don't let the stock market confuse you. We are a country at war. We are a country that is seeing tariffs high. We're seeing interest rates high. We are not seeing the economy recovering the way that it should be. And now when you add in the news that happened locally as well when it comes to Pick and Save, and I heard a lot of people talking about this yesterday. Kroger, the parent company of Pick and Save, is closing 5 stores around the Milwaukee area. Not many in the city of Milwaukee, but one in the city of Milwaukee is definitely being closed. The 34th, 35th and North Avenue location of Pick and Save is being closed. And actually, I go there quite often. It's one of the places that I go before I go to my barbershop. Shout out to Mo Cuts. I go to my barbershop, I go get some money, and let me go grab something like this. And I'm going to tell you, I've been in there before. It's usually pretty busy, but I'm not surprised it's closing because every time I go in there, I felt like it was a jail. I walk in, I got to go through security. I go to check out, I got to go through security. It just, to me, was a problem. Obviously, there's a loss prevention issue that they have there. Now, the bigger thing about this is, I don't know who we should blame because I don't think it's just a loss prevention thing. I think it's the fact that the economy is slowing down. People are buying less. They're spending less. Certain areas don't have as much money. And the result of that is closing a grocery store. And when I think about that community that I go, again, I go to that community every 2 to 4 weeks to go get lined up, get crispy. And when I go there, the parking lot is usually half or a little bit more full, and there's always people in there. There's always hustling, bustling, something going on. And when I think about the next locations over, whether it's the Save-A-Lot that they have on Fond du Lac, which is not too far away, but it ain't close, or if you go to Capitol and you go to the Metro Pick and Save they have there on Capitol, it's not far, but you're talking about going 30 blocks one way or 20 blocks another. It's not close. And so now in the area where we have so many different people living in poverty in that area who now don't have easy access to groceries and the healthy food and Pick and Save, that is a problem. That is a problem for our community. But again, Truth Nation, I'm telling y'all, this is a sign of the times of what is happening in our country. And so when you see people talking about the stock market is doing well, you tell them, bravo, that's very good. Hey, I'm happy the stock market's doing well. I'm invested in the stock market. So I'm very happy that the stock market keeps going up. But what about the other 48% of Americans that aren't invested in the stock market? What about the middle income or lower income folks who aren't as invested or not invested at all in the stock market? What about the people trying to live paycheck to paycheck? The people that lose their jobs and trying to figure out what they're going to do? We're not in a good place right now, America, Truth Nation. I'm just saying this right now. The Biden administration wasn't in the best. I mean, I think Biden administration did a hell of a job to get us on a path forward. And I felt like Trump just needs to ride it out. A little bit too much rocking, but we're going to see. He's going to get a year to be able to figure things out. But 833-212-1017. Al, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I got about 60 seconds here for you.
Well, what do you expect? You got a cokehead doing fraud on the paperwork. You got a pit bull breast bigot racist who don't know sugar, honey, iced tea. What you expect gonna happen? Everything they touch always go to sugar, honey. All them racist bigots who are migrants that came over due to the Immigration Act with all that racism bigotry, because the female dog who had them ain't taught them anything. So they're a bastard child bringing their own chaos who need to get back on the boat and go. So what do you think our economy going to be? You can't be a great nation if you are a bigot and a hypocrite and you come from a mammy and pappy who's an immigrant who who came with $50 in a box who could speak a lick of English. How about that?
All right, Al, I appreciate that. I appreciate the thoughts. 833-212-1017. I'm having a conversation talking about the economy and where we're at, because it was staggering to me when I saw that we're only adding 124,000 jobs per month, which is 42,000 less than we did a year ago. And I'm seeing that a lot of corporations and companies, and a lot of y'all know people who work in corporations and hire, they're all slowing down their hiring. They're all getting ready to budget a little bit less. Al, Tyrone, really quick, I got 30 seconds for you before I have to go to break. What are your thoughts on today's conversation?
Crack-a-lack-a-lackin', man. And my heart, my love and my prayers go out to you. Condolences to you and your family. Tell your mom especially I said hi. Hey, look, we'll get together and break bread in the upcoming days and, weeks, leading, because I'm on the 28th of between now and my birthday, we're going to get together and break bread. So, but crack-a-lack-a-lackin', go Brewers. Get you some rest, man, and stay prayed up. Prayer's better than sleep. And get you something good to eat, and cherish the memories. God bless you. Love you, man.
God bless you as well. Thank you, Tyrone. And now it's time for us to bless somebody with an opportunity to win some cash and money.
One call, that's all.
One call, that's all is right, Truth Nation. Now is your opportunity to be the one call, that's all 5K Gruber entry for the day. Yes, courtesy of Gruber Law Offices, you have a chance to win $5,000. Be entered to win $5,000. Be caller number, Rhea, what number should I say? Caller number 5. She said 5, keep it simple. Caller number 5 at 833-212-1017 for your chance to be entered to win $5,000 courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Again, that's 5. Caller number 5 at 833-212-1017 for your chance to win $5,000. And always remember, if your loved one is ever injured in an accident, don't mess around with the insurance companies. Don't mess around with no other law firm. Call Gruber Law Office today. They will take care of you. And always remember, when you make that one call, that's all, you never pay a fee. You never pay a single penny until they win your case. So get with the winning law firm today and only get with Gruber Law Offices. It's one call, that's all, with Gruber Law Offices. We'll wrap up the show. On the other side, this is Truth to Power on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app. Catch Truth to Power every weekday from noon to 1 p.m.
Tune in to the award-winning 1017 The Truth Community Spotlight this Wednesday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tory Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We will be joined by Allison Peterson, K-3 Director at Milwaukee College Prep, where we will discuss the great benefits of their early education K-3 program and how easy it is to enroll your child in the kindergarten at Milwaukee College Prep. Again, that's the Community Spotlight with Milwaukee College Prep this Wednesday at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Truth Nation, you already know I got to put you on the latest hookups at Nick Avani's. Summer is here, and Nick Avani's is bringing all the heat all month long with 50% off select items during June. Whether you're leveling up your wardrobe or just want to turn heads wherever you go, they've got you covered with top-tier fashion. Suits, shirts, ties, shoes, and more. It's all about that fresh look and confident vibe, and Nick Avani's is making sure you step out feeling like $1,000,000. Pull up to Nick Avani's on the second floor of Mayfair Mall or visit them online at nickavanis.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years from their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee. Their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
You are listening to Truth to Power on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
1, 2, 3, ho!
It's Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I'm Kyle Wallace, the host of Truth to Power, and I just want to say thank you so much to you all, Truth Nation, for chiming in on today's conversation, as we had a conversation talking about mental health at the top. And you guys allowed for me to have space to have a conversation talking about my experience of getting a second chance to have a conversation with a friend of mine that I thought, based off Facebook, had passed away, and then also talk about some other things going on in my life. I'm very, very appreciative of that. But I do want to finish out with my final thoughts about the fact that make sure y'all start saving y'all money. Make sure y'all preparing yourselves for what is to come. Because right now, I'm telling y'all this, the burden of finances is not going to get better. It's not. It's not at all. When you're talking about, 4 out of 10 people who are unemployed in this country, when you're talking about the fact that 4.5% of people have stopped looking for work, which is, again, a post-pandemic record high, when you're talking about 42,000 less people getting employed in the month of, April and May and March than what were happening a year ago, when you're talking about the average monthly employment going from 400,000 from 2021 to 2023 all the way down to 124,000, you gotta read the tea leaves and you have to understand what is coming. Our economy is not in a good space. And I'm not saying it's going to be like this forever, but what I'm saying is the next year and a half is going to be a rocky one. We're about to go into an election year where a lot of people are going to make promises and a lot of change is going to come. But you got people voting for Democratic socialists in place because they're looking anywhere for hope, and they're looking anywhere for someone to give them an opportunity to prosper. So we're in for a weird next 15 to 18 months here in this country, and I hope that everybody's prepared for it. So thank y'all so much for listening to Truth to Power today. The Tori Lowe Show is back today. Tori Lowe's back, Wonderful on the Truth. Tomorrow I will be out. Thank you, Jay English, for filling in, but I will be back on Friday live from Summerfest. Peace out. I will see y'all tomorrow.